What's up, beautiful people, internet? I'm Wesley.
I'm Stephanie.
Wes and
Steph.
And today, guys, we are reacting to every BTS member except for Suga, who hasn't done it yet. Military entrance ceremony. I'm very curious to see these, and you guys suggested saying they would be a really good reaction.
I think this is gonna be so interesting because we don't have that mandatory service here in the United States. Sorry, got a little baby here in my lap. So I'm really curious, especially because this has been such something hanging over their careers for so long.
We've been hearing them talk about it so much, about how they were going to plan to work around their military service, how they're going to coordinate their military service, and they've coordinated their military service with their solo projects to such a degree. And I'm also really curious, like you said, we don't have anything that's super analogous to this culturally in the U.S. at all. So let's go.
The hair.
Whoa!
I know.
Whoa! Man, it's crazy seeing.
Don't they have to shave it that close?
Man, it's crazy seeing Jim without longer hair. Wow, that's crazy.
He looks so different. He can even pull
It
this
does
off.
look good. It makes Jin look tough.
And he's the first one this happened to, you know?
못생겼어요? 잘생겼네.
Man, seeing RM's the only one without a hat on, and seeing his his hair and how long it is. I never realized how long BTS usually keeps their hair.
I know.
Like, for dudes, their hair is very long.
I also think that in South Korea in general, I think that people take a lot of pride in their hair and have a lot longer hair for the men
than in US.
Than in the US.
Maybe?
A lot of people.
Yeah,
a lot
my
of
hair's
guys in the
long, and I just got a cut. Like, for dudes in US, my hair typically is quite long.
Like on
unless
the top.
You look maybe in like the West Coast. West Coast in US usually has longer hair.
I think it's really interesting because men in the US have such short hair, and then in South Korea, because they're forced to have short hair, it's almost like, no, I'm going to take pride when I don't have that.
Or like, oh, when I'm not doing my mandatory service, maybe you have longer hair.
Yeah.
In general, that's really interesting idea. I wonder if that's the case. Can you guys tell us? Is that the case?
I don't know.
뭐야 드래곤볼이야 뭐야?
Dragon
Just
Ball.
wants to pet him.
It's the Dragon Balls. Everyone's making a wish.
It's so soft. Whenever Wes's hair short on the sides, I love like just touching it.
난딱 고등학교 1학년 때까지만 해봤는데 얼굴보다 귀가 더 커. 머리 인기라고. 김세형 불꽃송이 시절이 있었지.
It's so sweet they all came out
You
to.
can't even see it though because he's hiding it under a hat. He's got his big puffer jacket. He didn't leave that behind.
It looks like they're
Jin.
imbuing him with all their power. Or like Jin is getting anointed, you know? Oh, that's sweet. I think it's so sweet they all came out to wish him well and to be there for him on his entrance.
They were like more excited about it than he is. Oh, the time
Well, I'm
is
sure
set for
it's like,
5
I bet they're trying to keep his spirits high. 'Cause I mean, it's a big commitment.
Yeah, that's so sweet of them. And I'm sure it is nervous and scary.
I'd
And
be
he's
so
the-
nervous.
And he's the first one who's doing it.
Especially as, I bet as any famous person, let alone a member of frickin' BTS.
I know. That would be,
You're like,
you don't know
"Shit,
how
dude."
people are going to react
Yeah,
to
how are
you.
the guys that I'm going to be spending this time with? Are they going to be cool? Are they going to be aggressive
Are they
towards
going to
me?
be respectful?
Are they going to be
Yeah.
respectful? Are they going to be like fanboying? I'd be so nervous. I'd be nervous going as me now. I can't
Let
imagine
alone
being
going as a
nervous going
famous
as
person.
Jen, who's so massively famous.
Yeah.
Especially like you said, by himself and the first one.
This is so emotional.
저도 아프지 말고 우리 아미 여러분들도 아프지
Aw.
말고 파이팅!
Wow, so it's just right there. That's crazy.
Whoa.
I thought that it was just them, so this is everybody. So it's everybody who's enlisting at the same time.
I didn't know that that's how it worked. That's kind of nice that they do a ceremony so that you
think
have a chance to say goodbye.
Yeah.
뭐
Aw.
동생들이 뭐 모자라
He's got his big coat on, don't worry. He'll be good.
그렇지 않지만
Well, he probably can't wear it when he's in his uniform.
Oh.
너무 잘할 거라고 믿고
I didn't even think about
아,
that.
뭐 마음에 안 좋아요 근데
Like it's not just that you're joining, you're doing hard
Yeah.
stuff.
Like it's service. That's why
like-
it's called service.
Like you got to do workouts every day, like 50 push-ups and things
That's
like
the other
that.
thing. It's like I bet even for them, although I bet BTS isn't worried about it physically.
I'd be so worried about it physically.
I'd be worried about it
They have
physically,
to
but
run
they're
like
they're
12 miles carrying like 30-pound
but
backpacks.
we've seen their concerts.
Yeah.
They're like, there's no way they're gonna be fine.
I know
They'll be fine.
I would be
I know. I'm
dying.
saying. I was about to say. I bet even they're worried about the physical stuff. Then I was like, I bet they're not.
Well, physical discomfort, like the cold. Like,
yes,
okay,
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The forced discomfort.
Yeah.
누나 또
Or doing uncomfortable things like
흥행하는 거
ocean
보니까
plunges and
Yeah.
weird stuff that like the
같이
Navy does.
건강, 저도 잘 준비하고 있겠습니다. 화이팅!
Oh man.
I'd be so worried about how people. I'm actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm worried about how people are treating the members. Not
Plus,
oh, J-Hope's hair. Whoa.
plus safety in general,
Yeah.
right? Like you never know what could happen.
Yeah.
You hope something doesn't happen while you're enlisted.
Oh, look at Suga's hat.
J-Hope. J-Hope doesn't look that dissimilar to me.
It's interesting how some people's haircuts really impacts how they look a little less.
I think it's if they wear their bangs in the front.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
J-Hope usually wears
Oh,
it
it
like
does suit J-Hope actually.
I think
Very
it
well.
looks good.
I think it looks great.
참팔 때도 내 생각하고
I think it looks really good on him.
It's interesting. It makes me think like J-Hope's vibe though. He feels like a very successful young entrepreneur to me.
Yeah.
Or something. You know what I mean?
He does,
or like a
a
very
little bit.
successful sales guy. It
I'm
changes
also-
the vibe a little.
I'm curious because they do the same like thickness and the hair depth all the way
Oh, there's
over the
no
head.
fade?
There's no fade. I'm curious if that's like not allowed
Well,
to have fade.
J-Hope has a little bit longer on top. He's
bit
a little
longer.
bit, but yeah.
Are you not allowed to have fades?
I do know that at least in U.S. the military has very specific requirements as far as like appearance.
Yeah.
So I know they have requirements for hair, tattoos. I mean,
Our
they've changed
military
them, though.
guys lots of times have fades.
Have fades though.
Yeah.
But I wonder if they're not allowed for whatever
I don't
reason.
know.
I don't know.
Interesting. He's so funny.
재유, 자 이렇게 한 명씩 가는구나.
That's something too I didn't think about is for the other members, they don't get to see them. So wait, you're saying goodbye. That's something we
야,
didn't
이거
think
우리
about.
집에 있는 건데.
Is it's temporary, but it's still a goodbye.
잠한 3시간 잤나?
We had 3
Wow.
hours.
5시에 나와가지고.
근데 진영 갈 땐 좀 그랬는데 허병 갈 땐 좀.
He's like, look at me.
아 장난이에요.
인도에 커피만 먹었다 지금.
He seems a little stressed.
형 가서 잊지 마시고
승윤이나?
마지막 선물이었어?
I think J-Hope looks really good in that haircut. It's interesting to me.
Aww.
어?
They called him out. They called him
You
out.
did?
Oh,
That's so funny.
아,
how'd they tell instantly?
I don't know. They smell it.
모르겠다. 나도 모르겠다.
It's so interesting
맞아, 좋은 시기야.
how like the different
나는
personalities and the different dispositions of the members changes the characterization of like the entrance ceremony.
Yeah.
Because the vibe is so different with J-Hope and with Jin.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just so, I don't know, you're there for them, so you're giving them whatever.
You try to give them positivity
and the
energy.
nervousness, everybody manifests nervousness differently. So like
Yeah.
Jin's nervousness manifests differently than J-Hope's nervousness, which then all the other members change how they're like supporting them. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
계절에 제일 좋은 시기
맞아,
아니에요
맞아.
형이?
나 우리 좋아.
Is it? Why?
재영
I'm curious.
생각보다 머리가 잘 어울리는데?
Warmer weather or what?
아니 진짜 잘
Oh,
Yeah,
it
they
does,
think
yeah.
it does too. Because he's gonna come back and that's how he's gonna wear it.
근데 여기에서 누가 하나 눈물 흘려주면은 진영이랑 비교되는 거 아니야?
그러지 말자.
You know Jin's gonna watch it and laugh his butt off too.
He's got so much nervous energy, you can see.
Jin's
He's
gonna
going-
what?
Oh!
Really? What?
와형 진짜 아빠랑 똑같아.
Oh, can they not show?
왜 이렇게 멋있어졌어? 멋있다.
He can't show
Oh,
it.
they can't show Jin because he's in service.
오. 와, 형 요즘 몸도 좋아졌어.
They're all admiring him.
How crazy!
That's so
he can't
cool.
be seen because he's on service.
Wow.
That's so interesting. I didn't expect that.
I can't believe he came to
Dude,
see him, though.
Jin's dad's gonna see this. He's gonna feel good about himself. They're like, "Oh, you look just like your dad," and his dad's gonna be like, "Now who's Mr. Worldwide Handsome?" Aww.
재욱이 가니까 너무 슬픈데?
Aw. Poor RM.
This is a good song to play for this. RM hurts. You
I
can
know.
see it.
I feel like in a lot of ways, like RM and J-Hope
Oh, he's crying.
both have a lot of leadership responsibilities on BTS.
Oh.
민이야 이상합니다.
네, 아미 여러분들 이제 들어갑니다. 대한민국의 남자가 청년들 한 명으로서 당연히 하는 명예의 근무를 이행하는 거니 잘 마무리하고 돌아와서 또 좋은 모습으로 인사드리겠습니다.
That's also another interesting question I have. If you're not able-bodied, what's the practice? What's the protocol?
Oh,
How
okay.
do they make that determination on who is and who's not?
I know U.S. Army has some requirements. Like if you, I can't remember.
You have to
but
be able to carry so much. Or
you
lift
have
so
to be
much?
able to do some specific requirements in order to actually
So many
be
pull-ups,
enlisted.
be able to run so much. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wonder what it is.
I know
in
for a
South
pilot
Korea.
you can't be colorblind.
Oh, yeah.
But like obviously that's not an issue for other branches.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if you want to specifically be a fighter pilot, you can't be colorblind.
There's
you
a
need to
lot
have
of
like
crazy things.
20/20 vision, stuff like that.
Yeah, without contacts.
화이팅! 사랑해요.
I feel like J-Hope's trying to come for us.
I know.
I think it's what I was
Classic
trying to say
J-Hope.
earlier. I feel like J-Hope is does so much to help all the other members emotionally.
Yeah.
Like he's he's someone that I feel like provides a lot of energy. Man, and now 4 members.
All at once.
This is more emotional than I thought it was going to be. That sounds stupid because like how did I not expect this?
Oh.
But it's more emotional than I thought. Like this is
No.
big, man.
나는 그거 핫팩하고.
I wonder if it would be easier to go in
그다음에 그
by yourself
피부.
or at the same time.
I think at the same time would be so much easier.
어머, 저기 상병. 야, 너 이거 잘 준비하고.
My favorite song.
아,
Aww.
와야지.
Whoa! V has a little bit of a fade.
Oh.
Nah, really. It's just longer on top. Dude, V looks so different.
I think it looks good on B too.
I think the haircut actually looks good on all the members.
아유 동기님. 왜 이렇게 반가워?
아 반갑네.
이렇게 반가울 수가 없네.
우리 밥 먹을 때 봐.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Oh, I think
He's
having...
going into special forces too.
Really?
Yeah, he chose to go into that.
That's
I
crazy.
know.
하이.
핫팩하고 부케 그 핫팩이.
Hand warmers. They're also worried about them being cold. And that makes me worried about them being cold.
we always forget because it's hard to tell from the shots we see because we're
Yeah.
usually seeing stuff from urban. South Korea is super mountainous.
They have earmuffs and they're giving them hand warmers.
And like obviously I don't know a lot, so I'm going off of what we've seen from the footage in like Crash Landing on You.
Yeah.
But you remember that it was like it's mountainous, it's
Yeah.
very cold.
You
We've
don't-
seen BTS hiking mountains
They could
before.
be at all sorts of
We
places.
can always see their breath when they're doing the punishments after runs.
That's
when they have to
right.
climb the mountains.
그 핫팩이야.
Aww.
What did Jimin not shave his head? JK already did it? Whoa!
아이고 승님. 아유 반갑습니다. 아이고 승님. 아유 잘.
You know what I say? I think RM looks the most similar.
Yeah.
I
'Cause he
think-
wears his hair off his face the
Yeah,
most.
V to me looks the most different, but I actually think the buzz cut looks good on everybody.
태영이랑 같이 들어가서
Everyone has a good hairline.
일단은 한번 마주치고 싶어.
맞지 않나?
근데 우리들이 마주쳤는데 진짜 웃음 나오는 거 아니에요?
내가 뭐 할 때 너무
Man, it's so weird to me because like I've never thought V looked like someone I know.
But now he
V
looks like
with his
somebody-
buzz cut specifically looks like one of my best friends in high school.
Really?
And it's freaking me out
Because he looks so
I've-
much more like him.
I've never thought he looked like V ever in my life.
Yeah.
It's really crazy. I'm like, I don't know if you saw my face, but I'm like, what? And it's like one of my best friends. who I haven't talked to in like 15 years because we just went completely. He actually joined the Navy.
Oh, well, there you go. That's
Yeah,
why.
right. Man,
It's really
it's
weirding
crazy
you
because
out.
we were really close
아 그럼요.
in middle school. We were pretty good friends in high school. It just really took me back.
Yeah, I think that's the scary part. Is like
진짜 뭐
I don't know enough about like the dangers of being enlisted. I don't know. Like I know like when somebody joins the military in the U.S., it's scary because there's always the chance that they get like deployed somewhere else in the world. So that's really scary for a lot of the people who are related to
But
them.
then it depends too, because like there's training operations.
And things can
If
just
you're
go
if
wrong.
you're a pilot, right?
Yeah.
Just aircraft crashes.
Things
There's
just go wrong.
depending on what equipment you're working on, it can be more or less dangerous.
And V is going specifically into one that's
Special
more
forces,
dangerous.
Paratrooping, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta learn how to. I hope you like skydiving.
잘했는지 모르겠지만 진짜 영희분들이 엄청 좋아할 것 같아요.
Aw.
알겠어. 우리 못 가져서 미안해.
Aw.
안녕하세요. 김태형의 브이로그 김태형입니다. 제가 이번에 입대를 하게 되었습니다. 열심히 잘 건강하게 다녀오겠습니다. 브이로그는 당분간 못 볼 수도 있지만 그래도
Yeah, they only get 1 hour with their personal cell phone a week.
언젠가
A week?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Oh, that was
crazy.
so different. You know how you start to fill in sentences as you're listening?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say a day, and I was like, oh, that kind of sucks. And then you said a week, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's wild. And I'm sure like you're gonna call and text your mom, your dad.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you're gonna do with your time because your
If
time
you only
is so
have an
precious.
hour.
이제 밥 먹어야 돼.
Jungkook looks the most different.
Dang,
To me.
Jimin looks so different too.
Oh.
잘 어울리네.
Oh. Jungkook looks the most different to me.
Yeah, I think JK looks the most different to me too. It's kind of interesting. Jimin's whole vibe is so different with the buzz cut and the like tattoo on his neck.
I know.
그럼 잘 다녀오겠습니다.
I think you can't join special forces if you have tattoos. I
Really?
think Jimin and Jungkook wanted to go with me, but they couldn't.
Oh,
or
really?
something like
That
that.
sucks. Whoa,
Wow.
that's crazy. It's nice that they're with each other at least.
I know that they get to be together. That's
Wow.
so stressful.
Thank you guys for the suggestion. I'm really glad we watched this.
It's really interesting.
It made me
I'm sure you guys know
appreciate
so much more than
how
we do.
big it is.
Yeah, it's just huge.
It helps because like you can kind of, I don't know, I sort of could talk through it, but I didn't really get it.
Yeah.
I didn't think through all of it.
No.
Like you're not seeing this person you love and care about for a year.
I know. And you don't know what's
and you're
gonna
not
happen.
Like you said, they only have their phone for an hour a week.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be even like tangentially in contact.
Yeah.
You don't know what they're gonna do. You don't know exactly what your responsibilities are gonna be. You don't know I don't know however many people are in their like unit or platoon or whatever you'd call it. But like, how are you gonna get along with the other 30, 50, whatever of the dudes that you're gonna be spending the next year with?
I think I was just thinking of it selfishly from like a fan perspective.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm gonna miss out on content from them for a year or whatever. But it's very different than, hey, no, they're gonna be risking their lives for a year.
This is
They're
gonna be
going to
so
be
significant.
they're gonna be separated from their friends and
Yeah.
family for a year. They're gonna have to be going through really strenuous, rigorous activity for a
with
year.
strangers.
With strangers.
Which would be stressful again if you're just like a normal, non-famous person. Guys, our baby here. Sorry.
Sorry.
But
He's
but,
talkative. He wants to talk about it too, okay?
But there's so many more dynamics for them because
Yeah.
everybody already knows who they are when they come in. Everyone will already have preconceived opinions
Yeah.
and impressions of them when they come in.
I know. You guys, I'm sure there's so much more that we're missing.
Yeah.
Let us know down below
Yeah,
in the
tell us,
comments.
tell us.
What else are we missing? What other key facts are like super crucial or like just interesting that we would never have thought of because we just don't have this practice here in the U.S.
I hope that the people treat them well and with respect. 'Cause
I think they have. So everything I've heard so far says
Really?
that they have been.
Okay,
that,
good.
That everybody's been like
That's
very polite and respectful.
I could just easily see it being like, I don't know.
We've
like,
watched too many movies where there's always that one guy who's like, oh, you think you're tough? Oh,
yeah.
you think you're
Oh,
cool?
you think you're so cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but South Korea's culture is different than
Yeah, I just hope that that's.
American
I just hope it's good though, because I don't know. I can just easily see that being the case. But we love you guys. Thank you so much. We've been sick, so I'm sorry we haven't been dropping as much content as usual. We're almost all the way back, but we love you guys. Clearly, we didn't have our babysitter like usual, but we love you. We miss you. Hope you have a beautiful day, beautiful week. Make sure you guys check out our Patreon as well, because right now we're working through Break the Silence docu-series.
That's
and we're
right.
so excited, because after we get through that, we're going to do the new BTS documentary, which I'm so excited for. But we love you guys. We'll see you next time. So bye.
Bye.
Patreon.com/Steph. Bye.
Link is in the description down below.
Good job.